Welcome to Inspecting Data in Python. In this lesson, you will learn how to look at and understand data using Python. Inspecting data helps you answer questions and solve problems. Let us get started. Running the cell now. Let us build a small collection of numbers. This will be our sample data to work with. This is a comment. Comments help us document what the code does. Here we create a list of 5 numbers. Lists are ordered collections in Python. We display the content of our list using print. This helps us confirm what is stored. Running the cell now. Your turn. Can you make a list with 3 of your favorite numbers? Understanding the type of your data. Often, it helps to know what kind of data you are working with. Type parenthesis tells you the data type. Running the cell now. Let us check what kind of object numbers is. This shows us that numbers is a list. This is useful for knowing what we can do with it. Running the cell now. Lists can hold many items, like a shopping list or quiz scores. Let us check types for a number and a word. This is a comment to explain the next lines. This line shows that 42 is an integer, which means a whole number. This line shows that hello is a string, which means text. Running the cell now. Try checking the type of something else, like 3.14. Finding the size of your data. Len parenthesis tells you how many items are in a list or another container. This is handy when you do not know how much data you have. Running the cell now. Let us see how many values our list has. This prints out the number of items stored in numbers. Here, it will be 5. Running the cell now. Lists can be empty or very long. Knowing the length is useful for planning. Let us try with a list that has nothing inside. This comment lets us know we are testing. We assign empty to an empty list. When we ask for its length, it is 0. Running the cell now. Can you make a list with 1 item and check its length? Looking at parts of your data. You can use square brackets to pick out single items. Number 0 in brackets gives the first item. Python starts counting at 0. Running the cell now. Let us get the very first value from numbers. We store the first value in a new variable called first. Then we print it to see what is there. Running the cell now. Practice, try getting the third item from numbers. Let us get the last value by using -1. This is a comment. The code will get the last item in numbers. Negative numbers start from the end of the list. -1 means the very last item. Print shows us the value you got. Running the cell now. Negative indexes go backwards from the end. Try -2. Accessing data safely. If you try to access an index that does not exist, Python gives you an error. Always check the length first if you are not sure. Running the cell now. Here we see what happens when we ask for something beyond the list. This comment explains that the code inside try may fail. Try lets us handle possible errors. We try to grab the 11th item, but the list only has 5. This fails. Except catches errors of the index are a type. When Python catches the error, it prints a friendly message. Running the cell now. It is okay to make mistakes. Python helps by giving you clues. Time for interaction. We will ask you to enter a word. This comment sets up for using user input. This line waits for you to type something. It saves what you type as user_input. We print your word, but in uppercase. This shows how you can inspect and change input. Running the cell now. Can you try more than one word here? Please like and comment if you are enjoying this hands-on lesson. Slicing, looking at pieces. You can use numbers 1:4 in brackets to get a part of the list. This grabs items from position 1 up to but not including 4. Running the cell now. Let us see what happens when we slice our numbers. We save a piece of the list that starts at index 1 and stops before index 4. When we print, it shows just those items. Running the cell now. Slicing is great for inspecting parts of data. Now let us check a different way of holding multiple values. This comment says we are using a dictionary. Dictionaries allow you to store data as key and value pairs. Here, person stores a name, age, and city. Printing the dictionary shows us all the information together. Running the cell now. Try changing the values in person to describe yourself. Let us get just the city from our data. This is a comment about keys. Keys are like labels. With this code, we pull out the city from the person dictionary. Running the cell now. Dictionaries are handy for data tables, contacts, or simple records. Let us see all the labels and all the values. This comment reminds us what comes next. Person.keys gives you all the property names in the dictionary. Person.values shows all the current values. Running the cell now. You can loop through keys and values to inspect larger datasets. Mini project, inspecting a list of dictionaries. Let us put it all together. Imagine you have a list of users. We will learn how to inspect and summarize this data. Running the cell now. First, let us create a small dataset to work with. We begin with a list of users. Each user is described in a dictionary with name and age. Anna's record goes first. Then Ben's. Then Kara's. Now, let us go through each user one by one. For every user, we print both name and age from their record. Running the cell now. Practice, add a new user to the list and print the updated info. How can we find the average age? Let us try. This comment shows we want a summary. We make a list of ages by using a loop inside a list. This is called a list comprehension. The average is found by adding ages and dividing by how many there are. Running the cell now. Summary statistics help us see patterns in data. Final tip, please subscribe to the channel and share what you create. Recap, what did we learn? You can use type parenthesis and len parenthesis for quick checks. Indexes and keys help you pick out parts of your data. Slicing and comprehensions let you see sections and summaries. Practice makes you better at finding answers. Well done! Running the cell now. Thanks for learning with us. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like the video, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Comment below with your favorite data inspection tip. See you in the next lesson. Running the cell now.